the boss.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Berlin Open Stage Show.
How are you all doing out there?
Yes, how is everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, email us about how you're doing. This is the show hosted by me, Stentor Jonsson.
And Trevor Silverstein.
Where we invite anyone who signs up to record their own podcast live on stage at Comedy Cafe Berlin. But because of the lockdown, we don't have the stage anymore. So we're doing these recordings over Zoom. So we're inviting anybody to record their own podcast over Zoom.
And so we've been getting a lot of our previous hosts returning back from their little quarantine places. And today we're very excited to check in on someone who hasn't been on the show since almost the very beginning of the show, actually.
Yeah.
We're seeing the
it's
return
crazy. It wasn't really early.
Of the person who hosted our third episode. So this is Chad Olson. That episode was called The Bodacious Buds, or Chad Olson's Bodacious Buds, I believe. And
he's a kind of a stoner type, but I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying, because he self-identifies as such. You know, he smokes the weed, and he has had some traumatic life experiences, which are all like part of the rich tapestry that make him, I believe.
Yeah, and he's really excited to share this episode with us because it's recently been 420, April 20th, the big holiday for everyone out there who smokes weed. I'm sure he's celebrating, and I bet you that's what he's brought us here today in this episode, is some kind of celebration of the day, specifically 420.
Yeah, I mean, we got to have a 420 episode like every other podcast, right?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have one last year, but we got one this year.
Yeah, we're becoming like all the other podcasts. That's what we want, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess sit back, relax, light one up, and enjoy the smooth sounds of Chad Olson's Bodacious Buds 420 celebration.
Yo, what's up, everyone? This is your boy, Chad Olson. In case you haven't heard of me before, there's only one thing you need to know. Weed changed my life. I tried it once in my cousin Mike's treehouse, and that was it to me. I was hooked. So, I was on this podcast once before, talking about my love of the sweet Mary Jane and my ventures into using other recreational drugs as well. Psychedelics, ecstasy, uncut Peruvian yayo, black tar heroin. They all changed my life. But I want to talk about something else now, so check this out. This is such a crazy time right now, right? Everyone's stuck in their homes and can't go to work or anything. So how perfect is it that this April was actually the month 420? The fourth month of the year 2020? 420! That's the weed number. So every day in April, including 420, which is the 20th day of April, was actually 420. And on every day of April, we had two 420s, one in the AM and one in the PM. That's 60 420s in a month. Times 2 because the whole month is 420, and times 4 on the 20th because that day is already 420. It's like double word score in Scrabble. So this whole year, we actually had 794 420s, if you include the European 420, which is August 4th, the 4th day of the 20th month, if you start counting the months from the beginning of last year. It's the biggest year of 420 since the year 420! So, I have of course been toking a little during this month, but I've also been trying new things. Obviously, like everybody, I was depressed. I was depressed about this whole pandemic thing. Until my cousin Mike, he showed me some apps I could download onto my phone. And guess what? Social media changed my life! I feel anxious all the time now. I compare my life to the fabricated existence of people I haven't even met. And I've been the victim of multiple catfishing scams. Anyway, I'm so happy to be hosting my show using the app Zoom to record. I love it. I set it up with a webcam at my desk, pointed right at my corkboard with the post-it notes where I wrote all my passwords and credit card numbers. And I have great guests with me today. Sorry, just been coughing a little bit because of, all the weed smoking that I do. So first off, my good friend, returning guest of the podcast, weed entrepreneur Keith Lankowitz.
Hi, Chad. Thank you so much for taking this opportunity to have me on your 420 podcast. It's an amazing moment in time for marijuana. So just thank you so much.
Every moment in time is a great moment for marijuana in my books. So we also have a new friend of mine. This is my bro, Charles Dickin.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm a hemp clothing entrepreneur, and then because whatever to make ends meet, I also do dog walking, and so I'm out on the streets a lot lately. Yeah,
that's awesome, Charles. So excited to hear about the work you're doing in the field of hemp. Of course, Mother Nature.
By the way,
sorry.
What part of the world? Where are you at? By the way, what part of the world you in?
Oh, I'm in Berlin. It's where I live. I got a new apartment. Thank God. I was kind of sleeping under the Hermannstrasse S-Bahn station for a while, but I'm all set up with an apartment now because there are some people who during the quarantine didn't make it back to Berlin in time. So I've been, sleeping in their homes, kind of parasiting it, if you will. And oh my God, my next guest. I couldn't believe it when she reached out. I had no idea she wanted to be on. It's famed visual artist and endurance entrepreneur, Marina Abramovic.
Thank you, Chad. My name is Marina Abramovic from former Yugoslavia, and I never thought that we would be in connection as we are right now.
Yes, I feel very connected to you.
And that I have finally found someone who is as dedicated to durational and body limit experiences.
Well, how do you mean? You weren't quite clear when you reached out via email.
Your concept of extending the 420 to 1 month, it inspired me. It reminds me of many of my own performance, of sitting in a chair, looking into the eyes of my audience.
Wow.
My body is pained, but I feel that time has stopped. And you inspire me with your extension of 420.
That's so cool. It's really trippy what you're saying about, the artwork that you do. I'd love to just be really blazed, maybe bong rip or two, and then just watch your eyes for an hour or two. That sounds like a great trip to me.
Chad, that sounds like a blessing to me and to the world.
Awesome. So, guys, the reason we're recording this is because it's the end of the month, 420. So I just want to, hear about what you guys have been up to. If you've been smoking a little, if there's anything happening with your respective weed and hemp businesses, and what's going on, Keith.
So I guess I'll start. Obviously, we're living in unprecedented times, and everything is just so scary right now. And the only thing we can all do is just stay at home and stay together. And one of the things that is just so important is the essential services that are out there, the essential workers, the healthcare workers out there fighting this thing on the front lines. And of course, marijuana is an essential service. We've been deemed an essential service in any state that it's legalized here in the United States. And we're happy to be there for people. And we just want them to know that they need to stay home and they need to do their part, and we'll be there. We're going to be there now for them, whether we're delivering marijuana or whether they're coming to the stores. We're keeping a safe environment. We're doing social distancing. We are doing a curbside pickup. We are offering everything just for people to stay absolutely safe and also to enjoy the relaxing effects of marijuana, the effects that it can have on both the body and the mind, just through various forms of edibles or inhalation. You understand this kind of a thing.
Totally. And you guys are the real heroes. Like every day at 420, I go outside and I just clap I just clap my hands and applaud. I mean, they don't have them in Berlin. There's no recreational weed, but I'm hoping that my clapping will reverberate through the world, kind of,
Speaking on behalf of my own company, Herbalife, we hear you. We are here for you. We hear you. We are here. That's all I want to say. And we are working endlessly to find new ways to reach customers. I'm happy to share that for the whole month of 420, we are offering all kinds of deals. I have here just a couple goodie bags, this little stash bag here, a little free gram that we're delivering to people, just all kinds of really exciting stuff on our table. Do you mind if I get into some of the specials, or should I hold off on some of those until later?
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
So one of the things that we've...
object. It's you are adding when life is really about reduction, about sacrifice, about nothing.
Thank you so much, Marina. That is so nice of you. I am not an artist. I don't understand art. I'm a business person, but to know that there is a way in which art and business interact.
Experience is art. It is not here. It's not, there is nothing to understand. If you look into my eyes and you feel the time changing, you feel the sacrifice. This is enough. This is art. Everyone can understand art if they can breathe.
Wow. And I'm totally on marijuana minute, so I don't know if like time is passing, or like I don't know how long we've been talking, to be honest,
I got a question here.
Yeah. Go ahead, Charles.
I'm just curious. Thanks, Chad. And who's the clown out there in, I don't know, the one who delivers the stuff? That guy.
Keith,
how you doing?
Hey, Keith.
So hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm just a dog walker and a guy who sells hemp clothing. I mean, I got no real dog in this race.
Yeah. And I don't think we've met before, though. Your voice sounds like rarely familiar to me.
Where are you from? Are you from New York?
Originally, thank God I'm not there right now, but yeah.
I'm from San Diego, but people say that my accent has been affected by my multiple psychedelic experiences.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious about a couple things. Keith, first of all, you're sending this stuff. You're not sending it anywhere it's not supposed to go, like, say, Berlin, where it's illegal, or a number of other states where it violates various, criminal codes. I hope not.
No, of course.
And if so... Yeah.
This is a legal business here in the state of California, where I'm actually located. Herbalife has been operating both as a medicinal dispensary and then onto recreation once it was fully legalized. So we've crossed all our T's and dotted all our I's, legally speaking. There is a larger question, though, of what will happen after this in terms of a larger sense of legalization. People seem to really be relying on marijuana now, and I hope to be able to bring it to Berlin. Okay. Legally, of course.
All right, well, it's illegal now. Yeah, let me just ask you something else, Keith, okay? Just as a dog walker and a hemp entrepreneur. What about the kids? What about you? Like getting the kids hooked on your devil's weed? You like that? Is that because it just kicks up the amount of money?
The devil's weed, aren't you a hemp entrepreneur as well, Charles?
Yeah, but the hemp, it doesn't count. George Washington grew hemp. But what you're talking about, for me, I'm fine with it. Like I said, I'm just a dog walker.
Right.
And a hemp entrepreneur. But I'm just curious.
I follow all the regulations. It's 21 plus for recreational use. So, we
I got one other question.
21, 1/20th of 420.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I should just give a quick. I wanted to mention one special offer now, and I'll get to some of the other ones later. So one of the things we've noticed that everyone who's staying at home, and again, thank you so much for staying at home and just being safe. We noticed that everyone's baking bread, and we love this. We love that everyone's out there baking bread. We like the word baking. We're doing all kinds of fun marketing campaigns. But one thing we've noticed is that everyone's talking about sourdough. Everyone's baking sourdough, and they want sourdough starters. Well, we at Herbalife, we are listened to you, and we are offering right now Sour D starters. These are sourdough starters that are just absolutely loaded with THC and sour diesel marijuana. And so these are sourdough starters that will get you high out of your mind.
And they wait, hang on. So it's like the mother dough, and it just lives and lives for generations.
Yes,
and
exactly.
it replenishes its own THC.
Exactly. We have created a sort of marijuana yeast that regenerates itself, and so you're going to be baking bread hundreds of years from now using the same marijuana that you're smoking there today.
Wow, that is mind blowing.
Yeah.
So I could just, live off. I mean, it sounds like you won't have a lot of return customers when you have this replicating weed delivery system in everybody's homes.
Well, like I said, we're just listening to what the customers want, and we're here for them. We're here for them.
Wow. What do you guys think? Marina, your name is kind of like marijuana. Do you smoke any of the good stuff, or?
When the audience requires me to take a substance, I might take it to feel the tension between myself and the audience. But it has to come from the energy, from the people.
So if I go to one of your shows and I just like toss you maybe a tab of acid or a syringe filled with heroin or something like that, you would maybe do it, or?
Chad, I feel that you remind me of my former husband.
Oh wow, that's high praise.
Who I walked along the Chinese wall on opposite end to meet in the middle. And that is how we separated.
Whoa.
And I would meet with you again along the Chinese wall to drop acid.
Well, and then we'll never see each other again.
We will see each other in a different dimension.
Oh.
Because we are always existing in different dimensions, in every moment, in every experience. We are all in different dimensions. Right now, as we speak, as we look into each other's eyes, we are in different dimensions. But I am very disrupted, I have to say, by this dog walking hemp retailer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
My name's Charles.
I am blocked from your soul.
Because why?
Because you are wearing these large windshields on your face.
Oh, my sunglasses?
Yes.
They put you off?
I just want to say thank you, Marina, for bringing that up. It's true, Charles. Your sunglasses are a bit distracting, and I have trouble not seeing in the reflection what appears to be the NYPD website.
What are you talking about?
I just what I see in the reflection. I don't know if you're browsing the police.
All right, you want me to? All right, I'll get rid of it. What? There's a problem here? All right, I got
this is better.
Right.
You must
problem.
reveal your,
No problem. Let me just put these over here.
You have familiar eyes.
Reveal your fear
right.
to us and your vulnerability. This is life. This is
all right. Yeah, I'm right. Hey, okay, Marina. All right, you're I'm not part of your Balkan Baroque or whatever. Okay, I'm not part of conceptual art. All right, that's not what I'm about.
You are, but you are not aware of it.
I'm not aware. Yeah.
I just want to.
So I'm just curious.
Oh, sorry, Charles. I just wanted to take the moment and also to thank Marina. We actually are working on a great collaboration as well with Herbalife and Marina. We are doing an in-store installation in our Venice Beach store after, of course, all of the COVID madness, where you will be sitting just with a different strain of marijuana in front of you, just kind of durational performance for about a month, I believe, after this, which is very exciting.
Yes, and it is called The Marijuana is Present. And this will be painful for my body.
And I heard all the marijuana would be packed up in like gift wrapping as a present.
Yes, multi-layered performance.
Well, it means like the words mean more than you think they do originally.
And Marina, we are also working on developing our own strain of marijuana, right? And we are doing a Balkan powder keg marijuana that will just absolutely it's a sativa strain that really gets the psychotropic effects in your head going, and you're going to feel all kinds of bursts of creativity, lightness, energy, all that kind of stuff.
That reminds me of my traumatic childhood, which is the impetus of my art. Without pain, there cannot be creation.
I'm just a little curious, all right? And it's not my place. I'm just a dog walker and a hemp entrepreneur. But it's like you're coming up with this crossover between marijuana and conceptual art. All right. What about the kids? What about the 14, 15-year-old kid who's a fan of conceptual art? All right. He's just innocent. All right. He's just looking at whatever, some sort of abstraction. And then you get him hooked on that stuff. And then it's like a gateway. And then the next thing he's doing is he's looking at boxes while he's shooting up heroin, or he's looking at amorphous forms splattered against a wall while he's taking meth. I mean, what do you think about those kids, huh? Think about the gateway you're taking them down. Again, I'm just a dog walker, right? All right, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I understand. And like I said, we have no intention of selling to our kids. We follow the strict regulations here in the state of California. Only people over the age of 21 with proper ID are able to buy marijuana from us.
I got a question for you, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
All right, real quick. All right, you're delivering this stuff. All right, how are you doing that? Are you stepping outside? Are you stepping outside? Are you keeping your 1.5 meter distance? Are you putting on a mask? Again, I'm just a dog walker. I'm not trying to nail you. I'm not trying to get any evidence to use against you in the future. I'm just a dog walker, but I'm just asking you.
Yeah, I understand your concerns. And as someone who is a dog walker who must also be going out there and providing an essential service to people during this time.
Essential service. Right.
You take every precaution you can. Our drivers who have been employed by us for a long time, they wear a face mask, they wear gloves, they are doing contactless delivery. All the payment is done ahead of time. All the proof of ID is shown. We scan the ID right there from the car side. We were following every regulation that we have to, and I'm sure you're concerned as a dog walker. I'm sure you're very concerned because you want to be doing the best you can, and you want everyone else to be doing the best that they can.
Yeah, that's right.
So I understand that completely.
I sense a lot of paranoia and fear coming from this dog walking character.
Well, I have a lot of paranoia and fear attached to dogs because the first time I did shrooms, the neighbor's dog appeared to me like a ball of pure energy. And I started crying tears, what at the time I assumed was happiness. Next thing I know, I was in the hospital getting rabies shots. So, I have a lot of problems with dogs. But, they're all part of the rich tapestry that we call this world, this beautiful place.
You are truly an enlightened being, living life to all of its facets and exploring.
Thank you.
Yes,
I've had a lot of pain myself. I got hit by a train once. Now I'm parasiting this building here in Berlin. I'm trying to work up the courage to go upstairs and steal some food because the people are back home from where they were. I've been signaling my bros out there with using the light switch downstairs, but that's the only means of communications that I have. Apart from this computer, of course, which is connected to the Wi-Fi in this building. So I have a lot of stuff going on in my mind.
And Chad, I just wanted to say, I hope you're feeling better because I know that you yourself back in as early as January were exhibiting some COVID-like symptoms. I know that you were in Wuhan, actually, at the water headquarters for the big launch of...
Oh yeah, they flew me out to Wuhan, and we had this great festival of water. We were all drinking water, which is an untreated liquid that really brings out your own health in a specific way. And we were eating all these hors d'oeuvres. We were eating pangolin dogs, which are hot dogs made of pangolin. We were eating. We were eating Pangolindian food, which is curry made of pangolin. We were eating what else? What else were we eating there?
Pangolin duck, which is Peking duck with pangolin.
Yeah. We were eating pangolin Thai, which is pad Thai with pangolin. And
and drinking pangolin and tonics.
Pangolin and tonics, and I gotta admit, I partook. I was smoking some Pangolintica, which is a strain they have down there. And I came back. I was exhibiting some symptoms. I was feeling pretty bad, pretty down in the dumps, until my cousin Mike, he got me into this. He introduced me to this really cool thing, which is shopping. So yeah, we went into stores and we bought a lot of clothes for money. We were like kind of shopaholics, to be honest. Until one day, I'm buying clothes and I've run out of money, and I just take it and I run out of the H&M, and a security guard tackled me into the street, and I got run over by 2 cars.
Oh my God.
They both went full on over me. It's 4 axles.
Serves you right.
What did you say, Charles?
I said serves.
It serves me right, because now I have the pain that I can relay into art, just like Marina said.
Pain is the portal to show the people what they can experience, to be a mirror to society, and to release them, to release the fear. Like this dog walking fellow here, he has so much fear, and he talks about dog walking, but he has so much fear about children and partners and the
children. Marina, whoa, what are you talking about?
You are afraid that the marijuana will open a portal for the children to dangerous things.
Yeah, no, I'm worried, exactly. I'm worried about the danger of the kids, and I don't have an issue with the fact that I'm, don't have kids and my life is emptiness. I thought that's what you were saying. Thank God you weren't. I'm just worried. Yeah, I got some real worries. Stop looking into my soul, Marina.
We were talking like in the pre-interview before this, Charles. You were saying that you were two times divorced. You live in this crummy apartment. You smoke cigarettes all day, like all your trench coats smell of cigarette, tobacco. You sometimes go out with your, you said your partner for like a beer and a shot of whiskey, where you bitch,
exactly.
about your work.
Me and my buddy, we go out, and whatever. I'm married to the job. Okay, so I live in a little apartment.
Which job is that? Is that the dog?
Dog walking and hemp entrepreneur.
You're married to both jobs. You're a polygamist.
Yeah, and listen, if you want to, all right, we're going to talk a little bit about me. I'll talk a little bit about me. Yeah, all right. The women I've been shacked up with, they haven't understood my love of the job. Okay, they try to come between me and the job. But when I get, a dog walking case, I grab onto it and I can't let it go. All right.
Is that the proper terminology for dog walking clients?
Yeah, it's case.
Case, okay.
You don't know if you want me to tell you a little about dog walking. You have cases. It's like, and you just can't. Not anybody can dog walk.
You were talking earlier about your clearance rate with these cases, that it was going down. You needed a big case to really bust up.
That's right. So you have a number, like that's what we say. So it's like, let's say you got a number of dogs to walk. That's a number of cases, and every time you walk a dog and you get it done, you clear that case off the board.
Wait, so are you losing these dogs, or what's happening with it?
No. It's not like that. You're just solving the case of a dog that needs to relieve itself. And then once that's done and you feel like you've nailed the dog who perpetrates poop on the ground, you're like, I've cleared it. All right. And then you and your partner, you go out for a beer.
But you were saying then, sometimes these cases go on into the system, and then like as they're being processed, they sometimes, come out, not guilty.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. And that's all right. So the system, all right, so they take some of these dogs.
It's all politics, you said, right?
It's all politics. And the worst, all right, is when your supervisor, gets you in the room, and like he's such a hard ass, and the lieutenant's coming down on you, and he's like, hey, you better deal with this case and that case. And you're taking it, whatever. You got to like be, what's the word they always use? You got to,
you have the mayor.
You got to be polite.
Yeah, you have the mayor up your ass about this dog that you've been walking.
Yeah,
and are you afraid?
Right.
Like, what happens if in a time like this, if you get fired? If you're a dog walker right now and you make some kind of violation, what exactly happens?
I mean, first of all, I don't get fired. All right, there's a couple times where I've had to throw my dog walking badge onto the table and say I'm out of here.
And your leash,
That's
I suppose.
Happened. And my leash, of course, my dog walking leash, and the dog whistle, and I'm like, I'm out of here. But the thing is, I got a leash and a whistle at home.
I underestimated your dedication to your work, and I see your passion now. The fear is gone. The fear that was there in front is now dissolved, and now you have power.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No, Charles, I just happened to see your reflection in your glasses again, and you have your calendar open, and you have a lot of things marked cold cases. Are those just winter dog walking?
Those
clients?
are winter dog walkings. That's right. That's right. And stop looking through my goddamn glasses.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Pervert, what's going on with you,
artist
Keith?
must leave for one moment, and then she will be present again.
Oh wow! Wow, it's shaking up the piece.
Yeah.
Kind of wow.
I guess this would be a good time maybe for me to talk about another special deal that we've got going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and Keith, I'm Keith. Sorry, Charles, this will interest you.
Yeah.
Because, as you were wondering about the legality of things.
And he is Charles.
Charles, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
His name is Charles.
Your voice reminds me of someone else before that I've met.
It is really reminding me. It's like a feedback loop of like a trip I had before where I was being kind of interrogated like in a public forum.
Exactly.
Don't overthink it. My name clearly is Charles Dickens.
So one thing I guess I would like to say then is, so you were asking before about the legality in Europe. And so one of the things that is legal in Europe is CBD products. And so we obviously at Herbalife also are working very much on expanding our CBD lines global. And this is all completely legal, and we're working within legal parameters in countries and regions where it is legal. And of course, not everyone... beyond the fact that it's not legal around the world, but not everyone also can handle THC. It's something that a lot of people don't like. It's too strong for them, too many psychotropic effects. And one thing we are working on is social dis-THCing. And this is a thing that we are... so this is a global movement to move away from THC, and we are sponsoring all kinds of socially distant dis-THCing events where people can get together and just take CBD products over Zoom, much like we are right now.
I do not believe in this virtual world. It is not art. It is always taking time. You're always looking. It is stealing time from us. I am confused by this approach to your experiential product.
Marina, thank you for that criticism.
That was brutal. That was brutal. She destroyed your product.
Totally destroyed it.
Yeah, and I'm with her. Good for you, Marina. Good for you.
We must challenge these radical changes in our social creation. And we cannot so quickly, because the market demand, that we have to then create a new product, a new object. We must sacrifice, if that means that we have to break rules and leave and meet, we must sacrifice. We cannot, I do not understand.
Wow.
Mind-blowing stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, Marina, I don't know, but like, I don't know where you live, where are you exactly, but if you ever want to like grab a beer or go play some miniature golf or something, when I'm off duty, that might be something, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, she is looking so intently at him, really observing him. It's almost like she's seeing through, like, we're all wearing masks, like, Charles, are you wearing like a mask of some sort? Is there somebody else beneath the facade?
Charles Dickens is who I am.
And she's like seeing right through it.
I think we have now created a sort of energetic copulation.
Whoa!
Wow!
Bone time!
Wow!
My second favorite number is 69.
Yes,
I mean,
69. This is like the yin yang.
Yeah, totally.
This is Chad. I am very confused by this meeting. My directions. I have not had a lover for a decade. And
oh my God, me too.
And I like, Charles, your form of suffering and self-sabotage in your...
Yes, go on.
Yeah, Charles, I mean, you had a pretty rough life, I heard. Like, I heard you kind of, like, saw some shit early in your career that really, like, hardened you.
I feel like...
Some dog shit, of course.
I feel like I appreciate that you could easily live better, but choose to live terribly.
That's you're kind of getting some truths here.
And
Yeah, all right.
I have respect and admiration for.
Thank you, God. You're gonna make me cry. Jesus.
Many people
Oh God.
cry during my performance. The artist is present, and I do hope to touch people at our performance. Marijuana is present, which will be happening as soon as it is legally possible.
Exactly. We are waiting until we absolutely have all the clearances we need in order to do such a thing. But it'll be
Very
really
good.
exciting. And Charles, I just wanted to say something. I noticed again. Sorry, I keep looking in the reflection of your glasses. It's just what is catching my attention. But what is a sting job? What is a sting job that?
Yeah, that's very. I mean, come on. I'm a dog walker, right? That's just when you've had dogs get stung by wasps and you got to deal with them. That's the only reason
Okay, got it.
that you see. I wish you would stop looking
I'm sorry, yeah.
in my glasses. That's not right.
I'm sorry, because I won't ask my other questions, which I guess is a pretty obvious answer. But what is a stakeout? I guess you can.
A stakeout is when dogs accidentally when a dog accidentally rolls over a steak and it gets stabbed with that
that's
steak.
what that is.
Pull the steak out. Yeah.
The dog gets stabbed with a steak?
How often does that happen? Oh my God, Marina has a knife.
Oh, wow.
I'm falling in love with you, Marina.
This is not a prop. It is a tool.
For slicing bread?
It can slice bread, of course.
Like a sour diesel bread.
Sourdough.
It can slice the cable of my mouse.
Whoa. Whoa. She destroyed her mouse.
God. Wow.
It could even slice my hand if
Okay.
it was necessary.
That's
Whoa, this reminded
That
me of
I was
a rough
inspired
trip.
by Charles's experience with the stakeout.
But I was going to say, there was one job I was on up in the 141, and we were coming up this hallway, and we ended up busting through the door of the perp's place. By that, I mean a dog I had to take out. So we busted through the door. Somebody was home. We didn't expect it to be home. We thought we were just going to go in, take the dog. That was going to be the end of it. Guy comes at me, right? All right. And then his buddy, his shady little buddy, comes in from the kitchen holding a knife, just very similar to what Marina's got. Me and my partner had to take him out.
Whoa.
Wow.
But you know.
I had a similar situation when I moved in here first. There was this other guy in the basement, and I found this big rock, like with a plaque on it, and I just bashed his head in.
The consequence of performance can always result in death.
They can.
This is always a risk that I take and that everyone who perform can take.
Now, I was wondering, after you're done with the Marijuana is Present show, I mean, I have an idea for a strain of weed too. Can I pitch that?
Absolutely. Would you like to pitch it now?
Yeah. It's called Co-Weed 19.
Okay. I'm writing that down. That's pretty good.
It gets you so baked you can't leave the house. It's an indica heavy strain, bro.
I like that. I'm writing that down. COVID-19. That's very good. Thank you.
That's great.
Chad, I have a question. I have a question just about, your life circumstance right now. And forgive me if it's too early to say, but does the central metaphor not work?
Well, I think if you observe my life and the entirety of it when it's over, you will see that the central metaphor of my life does work.
Okay, but I'm just wondering who's supposed to be
a lot of people, I've been telling a lot of right-wing pundits about the details about my life, and they're very confused about it. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, just a question.
But my life has been winning some awards. It's been really cool. A lot of people are happy for me, with the way things are going.
Yeah. And you're actually using 3 mics right now for this podcast?
Yeah. I am, and I'm, I got hit by this train once before. Like, that's canon that I talked about in the last episode. But not a lot of people know I lived on a train too. I was driving through this really cold area, and I had to fight my way to the front to, just get what was mine, So, that's, one of the many things that have happened in my life.
I don't want to steal too much attention.
It's very metaphorical.
You
My
are
life
the
is very
host. You are the
metaphorical.
host. I don't want to.
I am the host of this podcast and, other things.
Chad, but I know that you are 50 years old, but you do not look a day older than 18. And this is the experience that you are living. Age.
That's
You are
true.
escaping age. You are.
A lot of people, don't know this, that I am 50 years old. I've lived a lot of past lives. I've, fought my share of devils, through this one time. I was trying to help.
Microphones over this time.
Sorry, what's
You
that?
have also collected many microphones.
I have collected a lot of microphones, and I can tell you one time I was trying to get this huge pig out of an industrial farm. And, I was facing off with this really crazy guy, and this also the boss of the company who was like a woman with wild eyes, Yeah. And I was working with this kid, Is this ringing any bells? I mean, this is...
No, it rings total bells.
I feel like I should know what you're talking about.
And I believe you had a nickname back then. Everyone called you Director Bong, right? Is that...
Yeah, because I smoke, bro!
Anyway, I think we need to move on maybe from this.
You're like, I was supposed to get something I didn't get, but that's all right.
No, I think we just got lost in Chad's past is all. That was...
I was dating a lot in these days, and it was summertime, it was June, and people were calling me the Bong Junho, because, I was going around dating so many women,
That is when we met the first time.
That is true. Actually, we did meet that one time, We had a brief, moment, I would say.
You call it brief because it was 3 months.
Yeah. I was doing
24
DMT at the
hours,
time, so my mind wasn't... Sorry?
It was 3 months, 24 hours a day. And we shared trust and one field of body and mind.
Wow.
I totally blacked out. I don't remember that happening at all. I just remember the time I was, working folding pizza boxes. That's kind of what it's,
That was
that's the last thing I remember.
That wasn't a pizza box.
Wow. Hey, Charles, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
It's quite an unusual name, Charles.
Charles Dickens.
Yeah, it's quite an
Charles
unusual
Dickens.
name.
Yeah, well, that's what my mom gave me when I was born, and then it was. My full name when I was born is Chaldissimo, but when I went into the dog walking academy, it was too long, so they started calling me
I watched
Charles.
all of those films, the Dog Walking Academy films, all 8 of them. I loved them.
No, that's great. Yeah,
I love the guy that does all the different bark noises.
all the different bark noises is great.
Steve Puchenberg is so great
I
as
was going to
the
say,
protagonist.
that's right. Yeah, no, those are great. There were 9 of them. Very close to my experience, I gotta say. They're very accurate. The way the dog walking academy.
Yeah, and of
is.
course you also have a lot of canine training as well at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
I was curious, what is it that you find in connection with this canine creature that you cannot access in the human social connection?
Marina, Jesus. They like to see all the time, and they, whatever. Come on, whatever. This isn't right. There's people dying out there. I got a job to do. I got to think about my job. I can't think about all your touchy feely shit, Marina. All right, I got a job. There are dogs.
I feel like we are moving together in a positive, if that can even be objectively spoken, in a energy generating direction together.
Does this mean you might go miniature golfing with me?
how many holes?
Very important question. Very important question.
Well, it depends. There's a couple different courses I know.
I mean, how many pizza boxes are you willing to fold, man?
I mean, honestly.
All right, guys, we're coming to the end of the episode. I mean, we're all a little stoned, I assumed. Yeah, I know, Keith, you're a big smoker.
Yeah, absolutely. My like I said, I'm feeling a lot of psychotropic effects related to sativa. Just different bursts of all kinds of stuff.
You have heightened textural sensations.
Exactly. Yeah, mouthfeel, dry mouth, big mouth on the TV right now because that's pretty good. Stoner TV. You know?
Oh, yeah, I like watching that when I'm baked.
Yeah.
Do you feel disassociated from your body? Because I feel like that all the time.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you have to be careful with the disassociating thing if you overdo a little too much THC, as you mentioned before. But that's where the social THCing guidelines come in pretty helpful. And I have one more special, maybe as a kind of closing thing from my side of things, that we are offering. This is, we're always looking for ways we can expand our line of products and bring marijuana into different fields, so to speak. And so one thing we're working on now is interior design. We're finding ways to bring marijuana into your own house. And we're working on a great thing. A lot of people are spending time in bed right now. A lot of people are spending time on the couch. So we're introducing OG cushions. And these are pillows that are filled with marijuana and little microfibers that actually can get into your skin and allow you to feel some of the really cerebral effects or relaxing effects of marijuana.
Whoa, so it comes in through the skin like that?
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have any, I'm allergic to, peaches. So as long as, you don't use any kind of, fruit stuff like that on it, if that touches my skin, I am just out of it.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that. And I know that the house you're staying in right now, they have a particular fear that you might have tuberculosis just from your time, on the street. So
they keep walking around and saying like, "What's this smell? This is the smell of poor people," and I feel like it's really on the nose. I'm just hoping things get turned turned around like midway through my stay here. Things will get a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marina, you were
finally got. I'm a little slow.
Oh man, you are obviously stoned, Charles.
No, I don't do that.
You don't do that?
Don't do
Whoa,
that.
you're a hemp guy and you don't.
No, because I don't partake. Yeah, no, because back at the dog precinct, they'll take blood from you every couple months.
The way you just said that, you know what? The way you said precinct, did you say the dog precinct?
Yeah, really reminds me of someone.
Because it reminded me of someone. Chad, do you remember Richie Del Vecchio?
Oh well, the name is ringing a bell, but I have a problem with recognizing faces. From that one time, I fell out of the TV tower on Alexanderplatz. Yeah, I was on 2CB. I was walking around. I was only seeing pixels. I fell right off it, and it really hurt. But it all went great because my cousin Mike got me into Vicodin. So
wow,
I really healed.
Yeah, sorry, Charles. I didn't mean to. It's just you remind us as Richie Del Vecchio. He was a guy who poses.
Well, I don't know who that is.
Poses
Keith,
as a
shut the fuck up.
What?
I said, Keith, why don't you just shut the fuck up?
Excuse me?
All right.
Wait, wasn't he like a New York cop? I feel like.
What are you talking about?
Did he turn out to be like a narc?
Yeah, he pretended to be a marijuana chef on your previous show.
Nah,
right.
I don't think so.
Why you don't know the guy? Why are you protesting?
Because it just sounds like a bunch of the Yahoo stuff you've been talking about. Those references I haven't gotten, and you're making shit up. Is what you're doing. Keith, you're a real jabbermouth, aren't you? Huh?
Yeah.
Really like to talk.
Well, not anymore.
Now he's shutting up.
No, Charles, tell us a little bit of, you never really got into your hemp business. Do you want to leave us with maybe a little bit of a, feeling about what that is all about?
We talked a lot about your dog walking.
My hemp business. I sell hemp bandanas, hemp rompers. We actually have a nice hemp capri set of capris, and whatever. I mean, my main focus is fucking dog walking, and then
Capris are the experience for the ankle, exposing the leg to something that one would not normally feel. And this is a very important clothing innovation, much more important than the phone, which is just a time stealer, a kidnapper of moments.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Because I've been, diagnosed with social media addiction. So that's, I can totally understand where you're coming from with that.
Really, I don't usually suggest buying a product, but capri pants are really a way to soul searching. It is a window.
I can't buy products anymore because of my shopaholicness,
You should ask your cousin Mike.
Oh, well.
I can hook you up if Marina, if you're looking, or you, Chad, I mean, whoever. I can hook up. I was dog walking and we busted it. This Chinese, he was pirating different designer brands, and I was dog walking. One thing led to another, and I got a big shipment of that. In the evidence locker.
Wasn't there like a whole case? You said there was like a dog walking case against you because you had been like skimming a little bit off the top of these Chinese.
That was a big misunderstanding. Yeah, somebody said that while I was doing one of my dog walking cases that I shook down this guy in Chinatown who was selling pirated hemp capri pants. All right, but that ended up not. It was all political. It was all politics. I did have to turn in for a few weeks my leash, my dog whistle. But eventually, I don't know, street justice took care of it. I was welcomed back on the force, and I got a promotion and a commendation. I got a commendation. A dog walking accommodation.
And that's a whole ceremony, right? Like down at the police headquarters, city headquarters.
The commissioner's there. Yeah. It's so great. And then it's always sad because like in this case, and oftentimes when you get accommodated, I don't know what the word is, but for dog
you would know
walking,
better than us.
Oftentimes in the case, when you're on one of these dog walking cases, all right, where you have to bend the rules and be a lone wolf, oftentimes your partner will die. So it's always a little.
Whoa, I've been hearing like when a partner in a dog walking case dies, they give him a 21 dog whistle salute.
Yeah, they do. That's exactly right. And so oftentimes what I'll do is I'll take my commendation and I'll give it to my dead partner's wife, all right, to show that I care about his memory. And then oftentimes I'll walk to the river by myself because I'm fed up with the system, and I'll throw my leash and my dog whistle into the river, and then I'll just walk off.
And that's kind of when the credits play.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And you're a pretty tough interrogator, from what I understand, with the dogs. Like when you meet a dog, you really like to get right up in their face, don't you?
Yeah, I don't like those dirtbag dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I just looking at your website now, you've got like video clips of you talking to dogs for the first time, and you said you're gonna bark all day, little doggy, or you're gonna bite.
I heard you were like, dog, do you have any memories of murder?
A barking dog never bites. A barking dog never bites.
Yeah, I'm just taking another hit of my bong here, so
Yeah.
Anyway, Marina, tell us a little bit. Where can we, obviously Charles really wants to go on a date with you.
Honestly, I would be, if you're ever, like I said, if you're ever, in Valley Stream and you want to go miniature golfing again, it would really mean a lot to me.
We can meet on the longest golf course with the most holes and meet in the middle. But for now, I have drawn this picture of us.
Whoa, it's a picture of 4 people.
And now
that's amazing.
420. Whoa.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh my God.
Look what she's doing.
She's
doing.
She's slicing through the
separating the family.
Whoa, what a visual component to this.
She separated the family.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, she
Oh my
cut
God.
them in half. Oh no.
Cut them in
my
half. You
God.
cut every person in half.
It's now 2:10.
Oh my
all-
God.
We should all stay one part together and the other part in another reality.
Whoa.
Wow.
They were 420, but now they're 2010. No, 10.
2:10.
210. 210. Guys, I'm so stoned right now. I don't know, guys. It's really like watching these pictures of a person cut in half really reminds me of the time my cousin Mike got me into peyote. We went walking in the desert, and I was lost there for 4 days. And I was, really just dry, like I always have dry mouth, but, especially bad. And then I fell off a cliff and I got cut in 2 pieces. My body got separated into 2 halves.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Chad.
And
It was really
and
rough.
you and I remember this because you took my legs and I took your legs, and we continued to walk in our separate paths.
That's true. That was beautiful, Marina. You've been with me my whole life, it turns out.
Literally like this.
The visual component again.
and we shifted legs.
Whoa. It's so crazy because it feels like you've been living in my cellar my whole life.
I have been living in
been
your
the-
cellar my whole life.
You've been the parasite on my body. Or wait, if the central metaphor works, maybe I've been the parasite on your body and you are the host.
The artist is present.
That's beautiful. All right, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. Happy 420. There's still 420 2 times a day, and I'm just waiting to celebrate the European one in August, so I hope you all join me for that. All right, guys, peace out.
Berlin. It's the Berlin Open Stage Show.
Wow. Okay, what an episode.
Yeah, great episode.
Man,
Wow.
that was trippy. That was a trippy episode.
Yeah. Trippy episode. I can't believe Marina Abramovich was on. That was really cool.
We are just pulling in some A-list talent. I don't know what's going on with the world. Everyone wants to get on The Boss, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
We're the new It girl.
Yeah, I guess so. If only anyone else would think that besides us.
Yeah. So
but
we have a
anyway.
few people to thank for being with us. Not being with us, but for helping us out, I guess,
Yeah.
with the
Maybe
podcast
it
recording.
must have been the way we got to Marina.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin Napier and Anna Saflarski. So
Yeah, thank
thanks
you,
to the two of them.
Anna and Kevin. Whatever you guys did was great help, and
Yeah.
it's a great episode. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And we want to thank Comedy Cafe Berlin, where we usually host our shows. Bear Radio, who host our episodes online. Check out their other podcasts. And Banglist, who made the intro theme to The Boss.
Yeah, and last but not least, we got to thank that sweet marijuana.
I don't know about that. Thank you to the audience, I will say instead. Guys, you make me high. Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Boss, the Berlin Open Stage Show.
The Boss is produced by Steindor Jonsson and Trevor Silverstein and is released in partnership with Bear Radio. You can find this and other shows at bearradio.org.
New episodes are recorded live every Thursday at 11 p.m. at the Comedy Cafe Berlin.
Entry is free, so join us for the live experience.
Also, a special thanks to Banglist for our theme song, and once more to Comedy Cafe Berlin.
The Boss is available wherever you get your podcasts, so be sure to subscribe and maybe even leave a review.
Interested in sponsoring The Boss? Write to us at podcasttheboss@gmail.com.
Thanks again for listening, and see you next time at the Berlin Open Stage Show.